The British pound continues to get hammered. And I say that because we hit our lowest level this week since we've traded since April of 2017, and we got our lowest weekly settle since June of 17. So right now we're seeing the pound continue to suffer. Obviously there's some things happening. They aren't necessarily behind the curtain, they're out in the open, but the pound has really suffered from a policy standpoint, from a government standpoint, and now you may be looking at it from an economic standpoint as well. As we head into next week and into 2019. So right now we had the BOE, they meet next week, they're not expected to raise rates, they're actually lowering their odds of raising rates in 2019. Ultimately, they want to get through Brexit. Who doesn't want to get through Brexit at this point? It's been almost 2 years since the Lisbon Treaty was Article 50 was invoked, and it's been a year and 9 months and nothing has really been resolved, but the BOE wants to wait for clarity. They're not really going to throw a wrench into it by raising rates and trying to slow down an economy that may need easy policy for some time in the future. And if we look at what's happening in Brexit world, Theresa May avoided getting fired this week, but she really hasn't changed the landscape at all. We continue to see the uncertainty around a deal, around a soft Brexit or a hard Brexit landing. May went back over to talk to the Europeans a little bit. That didn't seem to go all that well. And all this is adding to easier policy, more uncertainty about Brexit, and any kind of smooth soft landing. It's all heading towards lower pound levels. The interesting thing here is that if you look at the pound versus the euro, that really hasn't changed all that much. That range has been 110 to 115 for quite some time. We're trading on the low end of that range, but we haven't broken out of it. Obviously, the ECB having its own issues and with growth and inflation announcements this week. So the central banks are having issues with getting off the quantitative easing wagon, but this Brexit thing isn't helping either side right now. And I think that right now the pound is seeing the worst of it and likely will continue to do so. March 29th is the D-Day for the Brexit. It'll be here sooner than we think, and unless they get their stuff together in the UK, it is going to be an ugly transition out of the EU, and that's something that nobody wants. And I think that right now they really have to put the pedal to the metal. The pound will be the first indicator if they do start to get it, but right now it's reading they don't get it.